비트POV 관전방이 오픈되었습니다. 고정 댓글에 링크 있으니 셀퍼럴, 알파빗 보조지표 등등 혜택 받아가세요. 여러분, 비트코인이 17만 달러를 찍을 거라던 남자 마크유스코를 모두들 아실 겁니다. 월가의 거물 모건 캐피털의 CEO인 그는 말했죠. 비트코인은 공정가치 10만 달러를 넘어 150만에서 170만 달러까지 열려있다고요. 수십 년 투자 베테랑이 왜 코인에 올인했을까요? 그가 분석한 데이터는 시장을 뒤흔들 충격적인 진실을 담고 있습니다. 유스코는 암호화폐 가을을 예견하며 이렇게 말했죠.
So we're a couple years into the knee of the S curve. So the adoption's gonna go parabolic.
근데 여기서 끝이 아닙니다. 바로 개인들도 쉽게 사용 가능한 보조지표 알파빗으로 2000% 급등 예상 코인이 발견되었습니다. 마크 유스코의 인터뷰와 함께 이 비밀을 풀어보시죠.
So one of my surprises was, look, everyone thinks number go up, 4-year cycle's over. I'm here to say it's not. So what's likely to happen in my mind is we're going to have our typical crypto fall. It'll probably start summertime and go right through the fall. And we'll pick a number. If fair value is 85 to 90 today, by fall, it'll be 100-ish. Let's just call it a round number, 100. And that's because of Metcalfe's law, and you can calculate what fair value is. All of that says, okay, in previous cycles, we've gone to 2 to 2.1 times fair value during the parabolic stupid phase. And what I mean by stupid, meaning when you pay 2 times fair value for something, you shouldn't expect to make a lot of return. Right? You should expect, it's like buying NVIDIA at $140. You shouldn't expect to make a lot before, you'll lose, and maybe you'll make money long term, but it was trading at 36 times revenues. So you shouldn't expect to make a lot of money. So this time, I think there's less leverage. There's still leverage. And everyone's been reading about this levered trader 40 times. Yeah, but 40 times is different than 100 times. Used to be 100 times leverage you could get. So let's say this cycle we go to 1.5, 1.6. So I said somewhere between 150 and 170 would be the peak. And then we would have another crypto winter. And so that's not like saying, oh my God, tomorrow we're going to zero. It's saying that humans are going to human. And we're going to push the price above fair value. And then we're going to push it below. Now, look, if 106 was this cycle top, if they pulled that forward with all the nonsense, we're not going down much from here. We're below fair value. So there's not a lot of big leverage to unwind. There's not a lot of things that have to get undone. So unless we go to 150 to 170, then we're not going to have a correction. We already had it. And so is it possible? We're where we are today. We're in crypto fall, and you start to see the price move away from fair value. Now, some would argue, well, that's what happened in December, right? All this, enthusiasm about the strategic Bitcoin reserve. We went well above fair value. Fair value was 85. We got to 106. And now they're like, oh, it's over. We missed it. I'm like, no. So yes, there was buy the rumor, sell the news, right? It was clear to anyone who did a little work that the president could not create an SPR through executive order. They just couldn't. That's why we have 3 branches of government and all this stuff. There is a treasury, and that is controlled by Congress. And Congress has to pass a bill into a law. So slip between cup and lip, we get a little. But the thing that people are missing, and this is a long answer to your question. Every Lunar New Year, we have a dip. Why is that? Well, because a bunch of people trying to sell to fill up the red envelopes with money. No, China doesn't own any. Are you joking? Yeah, they banned it, but the Chinese own a lot of Bitcoin. And they sell. So we have a little dip in February, kind of ish. Well, then in March, madness, in advance of tax day in April, we have another sell-off. And it's worse when we've had a really big year the year before. Because if we had a bad year, no one needs to sell. When we have a really great year, up 140%, people got a lot of taxes. So we're seeing that coupled. So you got all these things, and we do this. So if you go back to the 21 cycle, this happened. We peaked in January, and then Elon did his tweet. So it was a little early. We went from 60s, and we went all the way down through July, back to 30,000, 32,000.
Yeah,
right back to fair value. And then we shot up all the way to 69 by November. So what I said is I do this thing, and so I do this 10 surprises that we're in a new era, and we're going to kind of hover right around fair value and maybe just have a little bit of volatility around fair value, and we're becoming a stable coin. I don't think so. Look, the one thing I don't like right now, if I just, am brutally honest with what's happening market wise, is when the ETFs came out, we all did the math that there was, 30 trillion of money in FAs controlled by UBS and Morgan Stanley and the like, Ameriprise. And let's say we get 1%, 30 billion. So 30 billion is a lot of money. Yeah. That would have been, pretty close to a significant portion of all the money that had actually gone into Bitcoin.
오늘 마크유스코가 말했듯이 현재 비트코인은 공정가치인 10만 달러까지 치솟고 또다시 조정 기간을 치르고 있습니다. 그는 현재 S커브의 폭발 직전이라고 했습니다. 1999년 인터넷 시장처럼 말이죠. 여기서 저희는 멈추지 않고 유스코의 메칼프 법칙처럼 저희만의 고유 보조지표인 알파빗을 개발했고 이 지표로 2000% 급등 예상 코인을 발견했습니다. 많은 분들이 극찬을 해주시고 있는 가운데 이 기회를 지금 잡지 않으면 후회하실 겁니다. 문의는 더보기란과 고정 댓글 확인 부탁드리며 이 번호로 급등이라고 문자 주시면 더욱 빠르게 정보 받아보실 수 있습니다. 오늘 영상이 유익하셨다면 좋아요, 구독 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.